In essence, you're pouring wine for a bunch of college students here.
That's not a bunch of college students. Those are my future colleagues. Are you kidding?
Well, I guess that is the point. So I guess why do it?
I think probably one of the things that's most important to us here, and the thing that we all get such real joy out of, we like to educate. We like to talk to people about wine. We like to hear their questions. This isn't brain surgery, it's wine. And teaching people about their own palates, what they like, that's probably, I can't think of a job that's more fun to come in and do. And especially when you've got students who are just learning, those are my colleagues. Those are going to be our customers. So yeah, and plus they're smart. They know so much. They're interested in things. They understand how things are grown. They understand why things are grown. They're curious about the marketing of things. They're curious about how people are eating with the wine that they're drinking. And all of those things here at Terra Blanca, those are all things that are really close to our hearts.
Okay. My name is John Huddleston. I'm assistant professor of global wine studies at Central. At Central Washington University, our program in global wine studies takes on a sort of a broad approach to the subject. We look at wine sales, wine marketing, wine production around the world, everywhere around the world. So we try to be very comprehensive, see how it's done in other areas as well as Washington State, and see what we can bring back to our own portfolio for placement for the students. And basically it's been fairly successful. Before this I worked for Cornell as a research specialist for 2 years at a experimental station on viticultural research. I've had a vineyard for 20-some years in the Hudson Valley, New York. I actually still have the vineyard. What else have I done? I worked for Royal Cadam Winery, which is the largest kosher winery in the world, I think, actually. And I've worked for them for about 3 years, yeah, so as a wine chemist. So.
Now, when did you take the position at Central?
I took the position starting last fall, so I've been there a little over a year. We've been building our numbers. The initial program is just sort of developing. We've worked out a lot of the directions we want to go with it. I think there's good interaction among the different courses we're teaching. The students seem to react very well to it. It seems to be real positive.
My name's Felicia Darwin. I work in guest services here at Colsolari. Today I was very excited to host a group of college students because of the enthusiasm that they have. It's a nice, refreshing change to have people that are excited about wine, wanting to learn. Very exciting for me because I'm passionate and excited about it. So it was fun to share it, kind of like a blank canvas to work with. Very interesting questions, very smart observations from them. It was wonderful.
So. How does Colsolari benefit from doing this?
I think in many ways we make ambassadors for our wine by doing this, especially in this is the up and coming new wine age. We've got our 20-something are buying more wine, consuming more wine, getting into higher luxury brands, appreciating and understanding it. So I think that's one of the best things about really hosting a group of young, up-and-coming, and for them to see and really experience Colsolari and the story behind it. And then they'll go out in the world and feel like they were a part of it, maybe. Especially we've got wine in the tank right now. They can say, 2009, they can say, I might have been in the room while that wine was fermenting.
Tell me why you would take a couple hours out of your day to talk to a bunch of college kids.
Because I was just as dumb as them at one time in my life. No, I love people that are interested in wine and grape growing. That's my weakness. And also my weakness is wine. So, no, I've been involved. I was kind of got involved with the whole viticulture enology programs at Walla Walla, at YVC and WSU a long time ago, and it's something that's always interested me, you know, this kind of long-term goal to let's have self-grown and let's have our own programs so we're not gleaning from the rest of the world for our viticulturists and enologists. And it's kind of been a big part of what I do for the last 10 years, I guess. I've spent more time going to education meetings, and I'm on this education consortium that's trying to get all the community colleges and the universities and the community college in Seattle, not just Eastern Washington, to work together to coordinate and also so that they're really meeting the needs of the industry in the specific areas and jobs and skills that we need. It's I also, you know, I was a business major. I came in this and I knew nothing when I came into the wine business about 30 years ago. So I've been learning myself for the last 30 years. And I got so much from so many other people, and it was so helpful. So maybe I'm the guy that can be helpful. I guess that's the simple answer. Other than, I don't know. Plus, I didn't have anything else to do this afternoon other than sit at a meeting. And I always love coming and drinking coleslaw at once.
My feeling is I like to get the students out, even though they're going to be, most of them will be working behind desks at some point in their life, most of their rest of their lives probably. I'd like to get them out with hands-on experience, and so we do have internships in different wineries. We try to get them out into the field as much as possible. I do. I demand that they learn how to prune and that they learn the basics of viticulture in the field. So this is a wonderful, just as an additional chance to get them into a winery that's different than other wineries. Some of these students I've taken now to, I think this will be their 9th or 10th winery in the state. So it gives them a broad understanding of what's out there and what they might want to do and what they can work in.
My name is Jennifer Jones. I'm a senior at Central Washington's Global Wine Studies major. Graduate in 2 weeks. I don't know if that's a shout out there for you. The program as a whole is quite comprehensive over the wine industry as a whole. It doesn't focus too much on one aspect, but gives more of a global perspective of the wine industry. So it focuses on different tastings, going up from the basic tasting to advanced sensory analysis, marketing, global or international business plans, wine investments, the business aspect of the wine industry, marketing. It goes through everything, viticulture and enology. Somewhat briefly on the viticulture and enology, which is where I think it differs from a program like Wazoo has or Walla Walla. Definitely a more heavy emphasis on the business aspect of the wine industry. Right now I'm actually working with Vicki Charlo from the WEG to do a seminar at the WEG conference on essentially how to get hired after you graduate. What do you do from all of these different programs in Washington, how they differ, where do you want to be after you graduate, and more awareness to the Washington wine industry as to what is offered as far as employees.